So the other day I wanted to create a form to collect feedbacks about my YouTube channel, but I also wanted to include things like file uploads and conditional logic. So I quickly opened up Tally, and thanks to its intuitive form builder, I was able to create a feedback form in less than 5 minutes and incorporate file uploads, conditional logic and all other features that I wanted. And in this video, I'll show you how you can build a similar form in no time. Alright. So creating a form can be extremely tricky, especially if you're dealing with stuff like file uploads, conditional logics, accepting payments, using custom domain, integration with third-party tools, etc. But not anymore. This is where Tally comes into play. Whether you want to create a form to collect feedbacks, gather customer data, create surveys, or even accept payments or file upload, Tally is all that you need. For starters, Tally is a free form builder that you can use to create unlimited forms and submissions for free without writing a single line of code. Creating a form with Tally is that simple, and the advanced features it has to offer is something that you will never find elsewhere. I mean, let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so this right here is Tally, and even before I begin this video, let me start by mentioning that Tally has a generous free plan where you can go ahead and create unlimited forms and get unlimited submissions for free as long as you stay within their fair usage guidelines. So the first thing that you got to do is to sign up for a free account on Tally, and once you log into your account, this is going to be the interface that you'll be treated with. So as we are interested in creating a new form, once I'm on the dashboard, I can go ahead and click on this option that says new form. And this is where we are going to build our first ever Tally form. So the first thing that you got to do is to give your form a title. For this one, let me say feedback form. Alright. And as for creating the form, you have two options. The first one is starting one from scratch or creating one from scratch. And the second option is using a template, like a predefined template, and you can go ahead and customize it according to your needs. I'll show how to use both of these options in this video. But for now, let's just start from creating one from scratch. So this right here is the Tally form builder interface, and the first thing that we'll do is to add a logo. So I can click on this option that says add logo, and I can click on it to replace it. So you can go ahead and click and drag and drop a logo here. So let me just quickly go ahead and find a logo just like this, and I'll go ahead and drag and drop it here. All right. And as you can see, the logo is now updated. And the second thing you can do is to add a cover. So I can click on add cover and click on change cover. Now you have a couple of options. The first one is that you can go ahead and add a solid color like this, or if you want to add a custom image, you can go ahead and drag and drop it here, or you can also go to Unsplash and search for images and add it here as well. Let's say, for example, let me search for feedback and let's see what we get. This one looks good, so I'll go ahead and add it. Now the best thing that I like a lot about Tally is that creating a form in Tally is almost similar to writing a document in Google Docs or creating a page in Notion. Okay, so as you can see, you can simply click slash button and a drop down menu something like this will appear, and you have all the things that you can add to your form right here. For example, you have short answer, long answer, multiple choice, checkbox, drop down, file upload, date, payment, signature. I mean, a lot of cool stuff, right? All right, so first I'll begin with a text content. So I can go ahead and slash text and select this option, and I can go ahead and paste something like this. We appreciate your time and feedback. Your insight help us to enhance our services and deliver a better experience. So this is the first block that I'm going to add. And after that, I need to collect the user's name. So I can go ahead and press slash again. And for this one, I'll go ahead and select this option that says short answer. I can give it something like your name, and you can click on this three dot icons to make it required, so people cannot really submit the form without filling their first name. And I can also add a constraint for minimum characters. So the minimum characters for this one is going to be 3, and yeah, that's pretty much for that one. And now I can go ahead and press enter here and put slash again, and this time I'm going to accept or ask for user's email. Okay, so in Tally you have a dedicated field called email, so you can go ahead and use that one. So let me just click on email and I'll give it your email. And now if you want to, you can also add a placeholder text here. So for example, for this one I can say astro@example.com. Similarly for this one also I can go ahead and add a placeholder text. So basically the placeholder text is what the user will find within this input box. And now this one also I'll make sure to enable the required option. Next, I'll go ahead and add a multiple choice option. So I can press slash and click on this option that says multiple choice. And the question is going to be something like this: what is your overall experience with our service? And in this particular block, I'm going to also use this conditional logic stuff. So for demonstration purpose, I'm only giving two options. So the first one is going to be good, and the second one is going to be, let's say, bad, or just say okayish. All right, so these are the two options that I'm going to give in this particular multiple choice block. Next, I'll go ahead and press slash again, and this time I'm going to add a long answer option here. So I can say something like, how can we improve our service? Okay, a question mark. And this, for this one, we are going to conditionally display or hide this particular box over here. Okay, so I can go ahead and press enter, and for this one I'll press slash, and I'll scroll down and select an option that says conditional logic. And for this one, when I'll go ahead and select this particular block right here, which is what is your overall experience with our service, and the condition I'll set as yes, and select option I'll say, let's say good. Okay, if the user selects, for this one right here, if the user selects good, I want to go ahead and let's say hide blocks, and then I'll select this one. Okay, all right, so I can just say, how can we improve our service? All right, so what basically happens, you ask, when a person goes ahead and clicks on this good option, this particular block right here will be hidden, and when the user will be clicking on this okayish option, this will stay, and they can go ahead and give their inputs as to how to improve our service. So basically that's what this thing means. Okay, so I can go ahead and start adding, let's say, your message thing. Okay, so I'll go ahead and press slash long answer your message, and I can simply go ahead and add this one. So this is a basic form that we have built, and to publish the same, I can go ahead and click on this option that says publish. So let me quickly click on this one, and as you can see, our feedback form is fully done and ready. So you can go ahead and start sharing this particular link with people and start accepting submissions. And to see how this thing will look, I'll go ahead and copy this link, and I'll open a new tab and visit this particular link. Okay, so this is the form. And to demonstrate how things work, I can go ahead and fill in some details. Let's say this email address, overall experience. Let me go ahead and click on this good option, and now as you can see, that particular block is gone. Okay, now if a person select okayish, their block will come here, and they can go ahead and fill in whatever stuff they want. For now, let me just click on good, and your messages, let's say hi. Okay, and I'll click on the submit option. And as you can see, the form is now successfully submitted. Okay, and to view the submissions, you can go back and you can click on this option that says submissions, and you should find all the submissions right here. Just as easy as that. Now that's how simple it is to create a form using Tally and share it with anyone. Now if you want to further customize this form, you can go ahead and click on the settings option, and you can customize this form a lot. For example, let's say you want your users to be redirected to a page after they click on the submit button. You can go ahead and click on this option that says redirect on completion. Just enable it, and you can go ahead and give a URL here, and after that particular user submits this form, they'll be instantly taken to this particular destination right here. You can go ahead and optionally enable progress bar, enable partial submissions and stuff like that, email notifications. And let's say you want to protect your form and only people with a password can access the same. You can go ahead and click on this option that says password protect form, enter a random password here, and that way only people with the password will be able to submit the form. And again, you can also go ahead and enable these options to prevent duplicate submissions. So you can go to the settings page and customize the way you want the form to be. For example, you can go ahead and enable and disable all these options depending on your use case. And once you're done, you can go ahead and click on this option that says save changes. Oops. Let me disable this one and save changes, and you should be pretty much good to go. Now, every time you create a form using Tally, the shareable link that you will get will be based on the Tally URL. Okay, so tally.so/r/ whatever ID of this page. Now, if you want to go ahead and use your own custom domain, Tally gives us option for that as well. So you can come to this share page and click on this option that says use custom domain, or you can go ahead and click on the domains option from here, and you can go ahead and connect your own custom domain. So let me quickly show you how you can do that. For example, let's just click on this add domain option, and you'll be given an option to enter the domain name. For this one, let me say I want it to be under form.astrokjoseph.com. Oops, astrokjoseph.com, and I can click on continue. So Tally will now give you all the DNS records that you need. For this one, I'll go ahead and copy this value. I'll go to my domain registrar, click on add a new record. I can simply say type is going to be CNAME. Oops, CNAME. It's going to be form, and the target is going to be this one. I'll for now turn off the proxy, and I'll click on save. Okay, now that's all that you got to do. Next, you have to wait for a couple of hours for the DNS propagation to take place. In most cases, it should be done in less than 5 minutes. And once the DNS propagation is done, you can go ahead and start using your custom domain. So once the DNS propagation is done and the DNS record is now pointing to Tally server, you can go ahead and configure this form to use the custom domain, and you can go ahead and share this form with your own custom domain. So yeah, that's how simple it is. And this right here is an example of a form that comes under my custom domain. So this is going to be the URL of the form. So yeah, I basically hosted this Tally form in my own custom domain. So that's also a cool feature that Tally has to offer. Okay, now that we have seen how to create a form from scratch, let's go ahead and start creating a form using a template. For this one, head back to the dashboard and you can click on this option to create a new form. And this time around, we are going to use this option that says use a template. So upon clicking on that, Tally will show you a list of templates that you can use in a single click. So depending on your use case and what kind of form you're trying to build, you can go ahead and click on any of these template to get started with the same. You can go ahead and click on any of these template and it will show you an instant preview as to how the template will look like. And if you like it, you can go ahead and click on this option that says use this template, and it will open up and load the template in a form editor. And now you can go ahead and start making changes as you wish. For example, if I want to add a short answer field here, I can simply press / short answer, maybe let's say your name, and that's pretty much all about it. And now let's say you want to accept payments using your form. Okay, for this one you can go ahead and press / again, and this time scroll down and select the option that says payment. Now the first thing that you got to fill, okay, let's say payment for now, let's give it a random name. And the first thing that you got to configure is the price. Okay, so let's just say this is $4.59 and the currency is going to be dollars. You can select various different currencies, and for this one I'll keep it as USD. And the next thing that you got to do is to click on this option that says connect with Stripe, and it will open up the OAuth flow of Stripe in a new tab, and you can go ahead and sign in using your Stripe account and configure it to accept payments. And the next important thing that I want to show you is the file upload feature. So you can simply press / again, and this time just select the option that says file upload. Okay, so let's say file upload, and now a user, when they submit the form, can actually kind of upload a file. All that they need to do is simply drag and drop the file here, and along with their submission, the Tally will capture the file also, and you can go ahead and view the file from the submission sections. So that's how cool and powerful this whole Tally form builder setup is. Another cool thing that I want to show you about Tally is its integrations with other apps. So let me just go ahead and open a random form, and now I'll go ahead and open this option that says integrations, and you can see a lot of different integrations that Tally support here. For example, they support Google Sheets, Notion, Airtable, Slack, Pipedream, CodeUp, Google Drive, MailChimp. So all of these are integrations that Tally currently have. For example, let's just say I want to send the submissions to a Google Sheet. Okay, so whatever be the data that I have in my submissions for a particular form, I want to send that over to a Google Sheet. So I can go ahead and click on this option that says connect in Google Sheet, and it will now open up and ask me to log into Google. So I can simply say log into Google, select an account, and I'll click on continue. And let's just enable this option, click on continue again. So connection name, let's say sheet. I'll click on save, and boom, the submissions are synced with this particular spreadsheet right here. Okay, I can click on this spreadsheet icon to open it up in a new tab, and as you can see, whatever be the submissions that I have here, okay, for example, I have one submission for this form right here. These are all the details that I can find, and the same thing is now synced with this particular Google Sheet right here. So I can view the respondent ID, submitted at the name, email, whatever responses are there in this particular field, I can find it in Google Forms as well. Similarly, you can go ahead and integrate it with any other services here in a matter of a few seconds, and you should be pretty much good to go from there. And now as for pricing, as mentioned earlier, Tally has a generous free plan where you get to create unlimited forms and submissions completely for free as long as you stay within this fair usage guidelines. So once you go above this fair usage guidelines, or you want to implement features like custom domain, then you'll have to subscribe to one of their paid plans. And as of now, Tally has two paid plans, and that is Pro and Business, and you can either pay monthly or yearly. So if you were to pay yearly, the Pro plan will be $24 a month, and you get to remove the Tally branding from your forms, connect custom domains, enable partial submissions, email notifications, remove the file upload size, premium integrations, and a whole bunch of other features, including the ability to inject custom CSS. And next, they also have a business plan which costs $74 a month, and in this plan you get pretty much everything in the pro plan, and additionally you get to verify the emails of the respondents and also automatically delete the form submissions after a stipulated time. So if you want such advanced features, you can go ahead and subscribe to the business plan. And now as for the payment terms, they have the option to pay monthly and on a yearly basis. If you were to pay on a monthly basis, it will be $29 and $89 respectively, and if you were to pay on a yearly basis, it will be $24 and $74 respectively. So that's for the pricing part. So that's how simple it is to create a form using Tally. So two important features that I like the most in Tally is that how simple it is to get started with the whole stuff. You can just go ahead and open up form builder, and you can press the slash button, and you can go ahead and add various blocks, configure it, add conditional logics, payments, file uploads, and kind of stuff like that. And once done, click on the publish button and everything is live. Okay, so you can go ahead and start sharing the URL, and people can submit their answers. And now you can go ahead and integrate it with Google Docs, Sheets, Airtable, Notion, and stuff like that, and the responses will be synced with these third-party services as well. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you about Tally. So you can go ahead and try Tally using the link in the description below, and I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next one.